Have you ever wanted to play like an old game or just have a secondary monitor for your PC using one of these CRT TVs? That's the conundrum I had about, I don't know, 6 months ago when I got this free. I wanted to originally have this to be a sort of, I don't know if you've seen YouTube videos where it's in the background pulsating some strange hipster logo and they have that whole wall of TVs like Batman Begins, but I decided to just use this as a secondary monitor just for giggles and gags, and I found a lot on the way. And to start with, this is a TV that uses a Coax connection, and usually when older TVs use the RCA connection, something like this, which I will get into. And I didn't know how to use that until this is a $40 device off of Amazon. It's an HDMI to RF analog TV transmitter, which some strange, I assume, Chinese characters, it looks like that, because I did learn Chinese. It has it to where you can display it to HDMI, it doesn't do a VGA or anything like that, and all it requires from the back is, if I can get this unscrewed, simply the Coax connector, your power, which is just a little brick, and the HDMI cable right there. And the way you get this set up is with a controller right here. I'll sort of go ahead and show you the reset up after I just unplugged it all. It's very easy to get going. It's pretty much a plug and play process because all you have to do with the TV, in fact, is set it to channel 3 and then it will automatically output over here. Power on my TV, turns on like that. And what I can do with the controller, which takes just, I think, a CR2025 battery, is let's say I need to zoom in my logo. I just press the green button right here. And this allows you, if you're playing a game that's, well, naturally in a 4:3 resolution, you can get it to where it takes up the whole screen. But let's say it's not correct on the alignment, you can use these arrows right here on the sides to move it up and down. The controller is only used to program this box. It's not used to control the TV at all, because if you have a remote, they're not going to interfere with each other. So that's a nice feature to have. But that is how, if you have a TV with a coax connection, to get it to work. Because I was really dismayed at first, because I thought you could only use it with the RCA connector. But this device, which was $40 on Amazon, which is a little pricey, it allowed me to use these TVs, which are very plentiful. You can find them literally everywhere, and people sometimes give them away for free, which is freaking awesome. It allowed me to use it and use it very well. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, let's say you've got a beefy boy like this TV right here, or a smaller boy. It uses an RCA connection, and what you need is one of these. This is a HDMI to AV, or excuse me, RCA connector. These you can find on Amazon for around 20 to 15 bucks. I actually got this free long before this from a friend. Thank you, Ryan. The way this works is it needs a USB power, which is just, it's not a micro USB. It's like a mini USB, I think is what it's called. I'm gonna use a battery backup or battery bank for the power. And you need to make sure also that it's set to NTSC, not PAL, I guess, unless you live in Europe. All you gotta do here is simply connect the red, white, and yellow to the red, white, and yellow on the back of the TV. So now that we've got this wired up, all I've got to do is power on the TV, and voila, it's displaying the logo, and it's as simple as plugging in yellow, white, and red. And of course, you can't forget to have power to this box. And this is ultimately a much cheaper and easier setup, just because you don't have to go through the finagling that you do with this controller and this device. But things could get actually a little more complicated if you've got a TV, for instance, like this. This is a little LCD screen, not a CRT TV, and all you need is a AV to RCA adapter like this. And you'll still need this thing right here to get the HDMI signal. But what you do is you go red to red. However, in regards to the white and the yellow, you may have to switch them up, because I watched the video and I tested it myself. When I plugged in the white to white, yellow to yellow, nothing would happen when I plugged it into here, but it only outputted something once I swapped these opposite of each other. And then I plug it into the AV in, turn it on to the UHF channel, and let me up the brightness. Can you see that right there? There is the No Plan logo on the tiniest LCD TV. And this thing can actually also play audio, which is really freaking cool. I'm disappointed that you can't get analog signals, because I totally wanted to show it to my friends, and you know, they're all on their phones and I'm on my TV picking up signals all across the world. But alas, there's only so much you can do with $5 tech. CRT TVs are extremely easy to come by. CRT monitors, on the other hand, are not. I saw one on Facebook. They wanted $300 for a tiny little one, and it's ridiculous. And of course, it's because people are they're a hit right now. People want to get them. They want to make their old retro setups, and so of course that's driving the price. But what that means is that everyone's sleeping on CRTVs. This thing right here, I got this for $20, and I actually went to a sale where they had like 5 of these things, and this wasn't even the biggest one. There was another one that was far larger, couldn't fit in my car, unfortunately. That was also $20. This was free. This was $5. You can find CRTVs everywhere, every day on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, even on eBay, though the shipping might kill you there. It's insane how so many people are just forgetting about these. And while I will say that they do have the CRT whine, which monitors typically don't have as badly, and that can get a little annoying, it's, I mean, to me, part of the whole authentic experience of owning a big piece like this, which, I don't know, it's funny. 10 years ago, this would have no effect on me. I would not care at all, but right now, I just love these things, and if you want one, they are super easy to get. And with these adapters right here, they're super easy to make work with any device. I got one of these to actually work with my Steam Deck. I mean, obviously it's an HDMI to HDMI connection, but still, it's freaking awesome. Preserving old technology like this is awesome, but so is subscribing to No Plan Channel.